Hello everyone, and welcome to Earth Archives. We all know that the surface of the Earth is mostly covered by oceans, with land accounting for less than 30% of the Earth's surface. Therefore, many people might assume that since the ocean is so vast and covers such a large area, humans must have a fairly comprehensive understanding of it, especially since so many scientists and explorers have been constantly studying and exploring the ocean. But you might be surprised to learn that, in reality, humans have explored less than 5% of the ocean. The remaining 95%, most of its secrets, are still mysteries waiting to be unraveled, many of which are hidden in what we call the deep sea. Imagine, this vast blue world that occupies much of the Earth still holds so many areas that we have yet to explore. This is not only a shocking fact, but also means that our exploration of the ocean is still in its very early stages. Scientists have already discovered many creatures in the deep sea, some of which have special adaptations that allow them to survive in extreme conditions, such as immense water pressure, cold temperatures, and environments with no light. These creatures and their ecosystems play a crucial role in the Earth's biosphere. When we talk about the wonders of the ocean, these unique forms of life thriving in the deep sea are undoubtedly some of the most captivating secrets. The future of the deep sea remains full of endless possibilities, and perhaps in the near future, we will uncover even more of the secrets hidden deep within the oceans. The ocean and space, two similarly mysterious realms. When it comes to the deep sea, many people might find it somewhat similar to space exploration. After all, whether it's exploring the vastness of space or uncovering the mysteries of the deep ocean, the challenges humanity faces are undoubtedly immense, and sometimes it even feels like a distant conversation with the universe. Let's compare the two and highlight their differences, so we can better understand why deep-sea exploration is seen as just as mysterious and challenging as space exploration. First, when talking about space exploration, this field is filled with wonder and the unknown. To date, only 5 countries have successfully achieved a soft landing on the moon, and only 12 astronauts have personally set foot on its surface. While humanity has made significant breakthroughs and progress in space, there is still a vast amount of the unknown waiting for us to explore and answer. The moon is an important stepping stone for human exploration into space, but it is still relatively reachable from Earth, and its surface has been explored in considerable detail. However, when we turn to ocean exploration, the situation is quite different. So far, only 4 human teams have successfully reached the deepest part of Earth's ocean, the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench. The depth here is even more challenging than landing on the moon because it involves unimaginable pressure and extreme conditions. At the deepest point of the Mariana Trench, the water pressure exceeds 1,000 times that of the atmosphere, putting all human equipment to the ultimate test. This is why, even today, successful missions to this depth remain incredibly rare. Such an environment undoubtedly poses a tremendous challenge to both technology and the physiological limits of humans. It can be said that deep-sea exploration and space exploration share similar challenges. Whether it's facing the weightlessness and radiation of space or the immense water pressure and extreme cold of the ocean floor, both are fields in which scientists continually push the boundaries. Every breakthrough requires courage, technology, and a fearless spirit of exploration. Perhaps it is these very challenges that make both the deep sea and space the ultimate frontiers of human exploration, filling us with the same awe and a desire to uncover the secrets hidden in these boundless realms. Mariana Trench, the deepest place on Earth. The Mariana Trench is located in the western Pacific Ocean, stretching 2,550 kilometers in length and averaging 70 kilometers in width. Hidden within this vast expanse of ocean lies the deepest point on Earth, the Challenger Deep. The depth here is enough to invert Mount Everest and submerge its peak completely, with a depth of 11,034 meters below sea level. Imagine a place so deep that it is almost unreachable by humans. For most people, this is an unknown world, one whose very existence is hard to grasp. So, how was such a deep place discovered? In fact, it all dates back to 1872. At that time, the British Royal Navy's HMS Challenger embarked on a 3-year scientific expedition aimed at answering many of the unknowns of the ocean. This scientific adventure is considered a significant breakthrough in the history of oceanography and played a crucial role in subsequent marine research. One of the most famous hypotheses in the field of ocean science was the abyssal lifeless hypothesis, which suggested that the deep ocean, below 550 meters, was devoid of life. Scientists at the time believed that this region was too dark, cold, and lacked oxygen, making it impossible for life to survive in such an environment. As a result, this hypothesis was widely accepted. However, the research conducted by the Challenger changed this view. During their investigations, scientists discovered that deep-sea life was far more abundant than they had originally imagined, laying the foundation for future deep-sea exploration. The Challenger expedition marked a significant milestone in humanity's understanding of the ocean. The discovery of the Challenger Deep also unveiled a small corner of the ocean's deepest mysteries. This discovery not only debunked the abyssal lifeless hypothesis, but it also inspired countless scientists and explorers. It made us realize that the deep sea hides many unknown forms of life and natural phenomena, secrets that are still waiting to be explored and discovered piece by piece. The Great Discovery of the Challenger. During this voyage, the scientists aboard the Challenger conducted extensive ocean depth measurements. They initially used a 7,000-meter-long rope to measure the depth, but when they lowered the rope into the Mariana Trench, they found that the rope's end didn't even touch the seafloor. This discovery astonished the scientists because it meant that the ocean floor's depth exceeded their expectations. Undeterred, they extended the rope to 8,184 meters, and finally, they were able to measure the depth of the deep ocean. However, even with this extended length, the rope still couldn't reach the bottom. This depth was equivalent to submerging Mount Everest upside down into the ocean. The extreme depth and the inability to measure it marked a dramatic leap in humanity's understanding of the deep ocean. This expedition was not only a technological breakthrough, but also completely changed the scientific community's understanding of the deep ocean. For a long time, it was widely believed that the depths of the ocean were lifeless, inhospitable regions, where the extreme environment couldn't support life. However, the Challenger's discovery overturned this view. Subsequent reports revealed that scientists discovered over 4,700 new species of life in the deep sea, organisms that survive in extreme conditions and possess entirely different adaptive features from the life forms we know. More precise measurements. The great breakthrough of Challenger 2. Although the measurements taken by the Challenger at the time were not entirely accurate, they laid the foundation for future deep-sea exploration. With advancements in technology, scientists updated the measurements of the Mariana Trench. By 1951, another ship, the Challenger 2, equipped with more advanced measuring equipment, successfully mapped the outline of the Mariana Trench for the first time using sonar technology. The application of sonar made the measurement of the seafloor depth much more precise, revealing the true nature of this vast marine region. The average depth of the trench exceeds 8,000 meters, meaning it is incomprehensibly deep. The deepest point, the Challenger Deep, reaches an astounding depth of 11,134 meters. This number not only confirmed that the Mariana Trench is the deepest oceanic point on Earth, but it also delivered a profound shock to the global scientific community. This discovery further advanced humanity's understanding of the deep ocean and deepened our sense of awe at the mysteries of the sea. The average depth of the trench exceeds 8,000 meters, meaning it is incomprehensibly deep. The deepest point, the Challenger Deep, reaches an astounding depth of 11,134 meters. This number not only confirmed that the Mariana Trench is the deepest oceanic point on Earth, but it also delivered a profound shock to the global scientific community. This discovery further advanced humanity's understanding of the deep ocean and deepened our sense of awe at the mysteries of the sea. The first brave explorer, Jacques Piccard. After the publication of these measurements, the world's interest in the Mariana Trench grew significantly. The mysterious veil of the deep sea seemed to captivate the attention of the entire globe once again. In the 1950s, amid the growing excitement for exploration, a young Swiss oceanographer, Jacques Piccard, decided to personally dive into this vast and profound marine domain to uncover the mysteries of this world. Piccard's father was the renowned physicist Auguste Piccard, who had designed a special balloon that successfully took humans to the stratosphere. This achievement undoubtedly inspired Jacques and provided him with a continuous source of inspiration for his later explorations. Inspired by his father, Jacques decided to challenge himself and design a deep-sea submersible capable of reaching the ocean's depths. The goal of this submersible was to withstand extreme water pressure and carry out extended explorations in the deep ocean. Although the technological conditions of the time were limited, Jacques' determination and innovative spirit drove him to relentlessly pursue his dream. His passion for the ocean and his desire to discover the unknown pushed him to overcome countless challenges. The birth of the Trieste. Auguste Piccard, inspired by his son Jacques Piccard, began designing a submersible capable of withstanding the extreme pressures of the deep sea. Drawing on his many years of knowledge and experience in physics, he combined these ideas and successfully designed the deep-sea submersible named Trieste. The design of this submersible broke away from the traditional method of towing with steel cables, innovatively using gasoline tanks and a system of iron balls, which allowed it to descend and ascend more freely, significantly enhancing its operational flexibility and deep-sea adaptability. Auguste Piccard, inspired by his son Jacques Piccard, began designing a submersible capable of withstanding the extreme pressures of the deep sea. Drawing on his many years of knowledge and experience in physics, he combined these ideas and successfully designed the deep-sea submersible named Trieste. The design of this submersible broke away from the traditional method of towing with steel cables, innovatively using gasoline tanks and a system of iron balls, which allowed it to descend and ascend more freely, significantly enhancing its operational flexibility and deep-sea adaptability. Jacques' goal was not merely to break a depth record, but to push further into the deepest parts of the ocean, the Mariana Trench. For him, this was not only the ultimate challenge in deep-sea exploration, but also a test of humanity's exploratory spirit. It was this thirst for the unknown and the desire to conquer challenges that propelled him into even deeper and more mysterious waters, laying the foundation for future deep-sea exploration. 1960. Successful descent to the Mariana Trench. On January 23, 1960, Jacques Piccard and U.S. Navy officer Don Walsh piloted the Trieste and officially began their exploration of the Mariana Trench. Their goal was to challenge the limits of the ocean, to break the record for the deepest depth ever reached by humans, and to enter that mysterious world that had almost never been touched by anyone. During the descent, the submersible first passed through colorful coral reefs and schools of fish. As they descended deeper, they gradually entered a world of darkness with no light. At a depth of 1,000 meters, the surrounding light was completely swallowed by darkness, and the two occupants could only rely on their spotlights, barely seeing anything beyond 10 meters around them. As they continued to descend, the atmosphere grew increasingly tense. The crew could feel the water pressure intensifying, and the silent, oppressive environment made the mood heavier with every passing moment. Finally, after breaking through these layers of the ocean, they reached the Challenger Deep, the deepest point on Earth, with a depth of 10,916 meters. Although they did not discover the exotic creatures or awe-inspiring sights they had expected at the deepest part of the ocean, this historic expedition still marked a tremendous breakthrough. Not only was it the first time humans had successfully reached and safely returned from the deepest part of the Mariana Trench, but it was also a significant milestone in humanity's exploration of the deep sea. This grand adventure proved humanity's courage and relentless spirit of exploration and allowed the world to witness a brave challenge in the deepest reaches of the ocean. Subsequent expeditions, James Cameron and the Deep-Sea Challenger. The impact of this deep-sea expedition far exceeded expectations at the time and laid the foundation for future explorations. With technological advancements, deep-sea exploration continued to capture the attention of countless adventurers and scientists. In 2012, filmmaker James Cameron, famous for his movie Titanic, became the second person to solo dive into the Mariana Trench. This time, he piloted a submersible named Deep-Sea Challenger, which was specially designed to withstand extreme water pressure and equipped with advanced technology, allowing Cameron to conduct in-depth exploration at the ocean's depths. Cameron's historic dive, where he successfully stayed on the seafloor for 3 hours, was not only a technological breakthrough, but also a reaffirmation of the human spirit of exploration. During his time on the seafloor, Cameron collected a wealth of data and samples, further revealing the mysterious world of the deep sea. This dive once again reminded us that the exploration of the deep sea is far from limited to what we already know. It is still full of endless possibilities and astonishing discoveries. Modern deep-sea exploration and future challenges. With technological advancements, more and more explorers and scientists are venturing into the Mariana Trench, a once inaccessible and mysterious region of the ocean. In 2019, explorer Victor Vescovo became the first person to visit both the highest and lowest points on Earth, achieving an incredible feat that posed a dual challenge to both deep-sea and high-altitude exploration. His accomplishment once again reminded us that no matter how extreme the environment, the human spirit of exploration always finds a way to break through barriers. Scientists have discovered various strange and unique creatures in the Mariana Trench, which survive in extreme conditions in ways that challenge our understanding of life's limits. Even more surprising, researchers have found traces of microorganisms capable of thriving under extreme pressure, freezing temperatures, and nearly no light. These microorganisms exhibit such resilience that they could survive in such harsh environments for tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of years. This discovery undoubtedly opens a new chapter in our study of extremophiles and the limits of life itself. Life on the ocean floor and humanity's future. Although human understanding of the oceans remains very limited, with advancements in technology, our exploration of the deep-sea world will become increasingly profound, possibly even unlocking the mysteries of the origin of life. The deep sea, one of the most mysterious realms on Earth, holds many unsolved secrets, not only related to the adaptation and evolution of marine life, but also potentially offering crucial clues to the nature of life itself. With the development of more advanced diving technologies and exploration equipment, scientists will be able to venture deeper into these unknown waters, revealing more secrets about the birth of life. Perhaps one day, we will be able to use these deep-sea microorganisms to answer more questions about life. Their remarkable adaptability allows them to survive under extreme pressure, freezing temperatures, and in the absence of light. These characteristics may offer new ideas and breakthroughs for future developments in medicine, energy, and other fields. The life that exists in the ocean's depths is undoubtedly one of nature's greatest miracles and could hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of Earth and life itself. That's it for today's video. If you're interested in topics like this, feel free to leave a comment below and let's discuss. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.